All right, let's get right to it. This is your AI data briefing. In the next few minutes, we're cutting through the noise to give you the essential intelligence on what really happens to your personal information when you use AI. No jargon, just the critical facts you need to know.
So if you've ever used an AI to write an email, plan a trip, or even just answer a random question, you've kicked off a data transaction. But what are you actually giving up in return? Let's break down exactly what happens to your data the second you hit enter.
First up, we need to talk about your data footprint. This is the trail of information that AI services are collecting with every single interaction you have. And as you're about to see, it's probably a lot more extensive than you think.
Okay, so the data they collect really falls into two main buckets: the information you hand over on purpose and the information that gets scooped up automatically in the background. And that distinction, it's absolutely critical.
Let's get specific. On one side, you've got the data you actively provide. That's what you'd expect, right? Your account info, your contact details, and this is the big one, your user content. That means every single prompt you type, every question you ask, every file you upload. But then you have the other side, the data collected automatically. Think of it like digital exhaust. This includes your IP address, what kind of device you're on, and even a general idea of your location.
With all this information being gathered, the obvious question is why? What are they doing with it all? Well, this data isn't just sitting on a server somewhere, it's the lifeblood of these incredibly powerful AI tools.
The official reasons are pretty standard, things like keeping the service running smoothly and protecting against fraud, but the real headline is right there at the bottom. Your data is being used to train the AI models. The questions you ask, the documents you upload, it all becomes lesson material to make the AI smarter. That is, unless you specifically dig into your settings and tell them not to.
Now, this isn't just a two-way street between you and the AI company. Your information is actually part of a much bigger ecosystem. So who else is in the loop? Let's map out the sharing network.
Turns out, your data can be shared with a number of different third parties. You've got vendors and service providers who need it for basic stuff like hosting or payment processing. If the company gets sold or merges, your data is considered an asset that gets handed over. Government authorities can also demand access for legal reasons. And here's a really important one for a lot of people. If you're using a work account, your boss or IT admin can probably see your activity.
Okay, hearing all that, it's easy to feel like your data is just out there and completely out of your hands. But that's not the whole story. You do have specific rights and you do have controls. Here's how you can take charge.
There are some very clear, actionable steps you can take. First, the easy one. Just go into your account settings. You can review and update your info right there. Second, and this is the one we keep coming back to because it's so important, you can find the setting to opt out of having your content used for model training. And third, you have a legal right to submit a formal request to access, fix, or even completely delete your data from their system.
Now this quote, it is so important because it reveals a fundamental truth about how these AI systems actually work. They don't know facts the way a person does. They are prediction engines. The AI is literally just calculating the most probable sequence of words to follow your prompt. And that means the answers are designed to sound plausible, not necessarily to be factually accurate. It's a huge distinction.
Of course, none of this really matters if the data isn't secure in the first place. So what are the promises and what's the reality when it comes to protecting all of this information they're collecting?
The standard line is that they use commercially reasonable security measures. And that means they have technical safeguards and internal policies in place. But, and it's a big but, it always comes with a disclaimer. No system connected to the internet can ever be guaranteed to be 100% secure. That's just the fundamental reality of our digital world.
So here's the bottom line. Every prompt you write, every conversation you have, it's a drop of fuel for the engine of artificial intelligence. It's the raw material that's powering this entire technological revolution. The tools are amazing, the convenience is undeniable, but it's all built on our data. So the real question is, knowing what you know now, are you in control?